Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men, women of all ages, we're here to present to you a battle for the ages. It
Yeah,
is Rocky versus CTE.
you remember this? Here's the thing. You gotta stop me. He ain't gonna stop me. He tried one time. He tried back in 1975. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay.
I would just like to quickly
Keep it up.
mention. I would like to quickly mention the easiest paycheck in the world went to the opening with your boy Tony. Only in that one shot, you did damn proud of yourself, especially Apollo. That was it.
That's
it.
Gone.
How did you like oh God, I thought I had a towel on me. How did you like the grabbing and the raising of the towel? Like that meant something.
And we
Like
don't
that
see
meant something to Apollo in heaven.
We had to name drop Apollo 1 out of the 3 times his name got dropped in this movie.
And we didn't see Tony. And then we didn't see Tony until 16 years later in Rocky Balboa.
I'm like this. You could have mentioned you know
Marianne.
You could mention one of the 5 bitches that Apollo was having sex with at the time.
Or the fact that Adonis was probably being born as we speak.
Here's the funny thing about that. No. Adonis was born at that point, man. Remember, Adonis is
it's
our
1990.
Age. Yeah. Adonis is our age. He's already born at that point. So they're like
about 86. Yeah, 85, 86. Yeah.
But here's the other thing though. But here's the other thing that gets me about that though. Like, I know for a fact that Adonis is not the only child. Here's the fun part for D. I think Adonis is the only fully black one. That's just D again. I'm being wrong. I'm being but whatever. Anyway, how y'all doing? Rocky 5.
Yeah, it's very timely actually, because Creed 3 is about to come out, and it's interesting that Rocky 5, with the story it tells of Rocky mentoring Tommy Gunn. And then we get the Creed series, which is pretty much Rocky mentoring Adonis Creed for 2 movies. And the trajectory of both characters and what they really were after in terms of going into boxing. I mentioned it to the guys in the chat. We were talking offline that I felt with Tommy Gunn, his whole thing was literally like, hey, I admire Rocky. And then, but when you have people around him, the wrong people around him, that were like, hey, you're just Rocky's puppet. You might want to struck out on your own, and you get fucking fake me out Don King buzzing in your ear the whole time. You're gonna go down
Washington Duke.
Yeah. So you go in that route, and then you have Adonis, whose whole thing is, yo, I want to strike my own legacy because, I know even though I'm Apollo's son, I want to be more than that.
What you were dealing with was two characters trying to come up under a different type of legacy. One
Getting
was fighting,
it out the mud.
Yeah.
One was fighting. One was going. Oh shit. One was trying to get up under nepotism. The other one was trying to get up under a shadow of a former champion, and both are pretty hard. Put it this way: if anybody keeps up with wrestling, Cody Rhodes is trying to get around Dusty Rhodes' name. So much like Donnie trying to get around Creed's name. Now, opposite with Tommy is like, let's just put it this way. LeBron James getting respect from any old timer above him, for whatever reason, whatever record, it doesn't matter. But that's how it is. It's more like, hey, I deserve respect. I'm young. Yeah, you're young. You never be nobody like me before. There's always some shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's how it is with Tommy and Adonis. But here's a funny thing with Don. Tommy is played by a real boxer this time. See, the first 2 times it was against, Mr. T was the 80s, if you just asked.
Yeah.
He wasn't really a particular.
It was Rocky. It was Rocky versus the physical embodiment of the 80s.
Of the 80s. Yeah, that's all.
Drago was the physical embodiment of the Cold War.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Cold War.
And this one is CTE. So
we didn't call it CTE. We didn't call it CTE back then. We were just like,
you call it
brain damage.
No, you didn't call it brain. No, you didn't call it brain damage. Coin was life. Beat you down. You gotta get up. Because sometimes like boxing, man. You know, you out there, man.
So
That's,
Rocky.
that's how that was Stallone. Imagine Stallone doing that for hours, monologuing to himself in a mirror.
I mean, I gotta imagine he did that shit during Copland, the lead up to it, when he was about to get on set, just him monologuing like what he's going to say to fucking Robert De Niro in his scenes and stuff. He's just monologuing in the mirror.
You gotta think about he's pacing back and forth, and God bless him, God rest his soul, who just passes Ray Liotta. Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong, Sly? You know, I'm just trying to make sure I'm good for this scene. Oh, you are? Yeah. Want a bump? You got some on you?
Want a bump?
I'm fucking Ray Liotta, man. Come on the back. Come on, man.
Now Ray Liotta getting ready for his scene.
Funny enough, me and Sue saw Cocaine Bear, and he had a cigarette in his mouth as he shot somebody. So I'm happy.
You know what? Because y'all guys seen it, I gotta ask one real quick question. And while we on it, do y'all miss Ray?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
This movie made me miss him.
Of course. I'm glad. It's one of those things. Like, you know what?
Hey, look.
Was it like that? Like, love you to death, Ray.
Yeah. Look, I'm just glad Elizabeth Banks, who directed Cocaine Bear, knew to play the Ray Liotta strengths. Like, all right, Ray, just do what you do.
Hey, Ray, you want to do a bump? I haven't done a bump. You know, I think that's just the 2000s, man.
But nah, you know what's
I love old people that used to do drugs and now they're responsible. Like, nah, man.
That was a wild time.
I love it. Like, I gotta wake up tomorrow. That type of
yeah. The straw that they gave us, the Coke straw they gave us at the screener.
Yes.
I fucking hate my job. I hate my job so much because I wanted to see that movie number one.
When you want to do a bump, but you want to be fancy,
bruh. I told him, I was like, I am not using that straw. I gotta make sure to avoid using the straw at some point. But anyways,
so, I got a question. No big deal. But you're at that point in your life. Let's just whatever. You're comfortable. You have no responsibilities. Hey, Eris. I got one line of Coke. You want to do it? Give me 1 second.
See, here's the thing. See, Eris would do it. Me, I have an innate fear that God will have such a sick sense of humor that he's gonna watch me do that bunk of Coke and be like, all right, Chris, time for you to die. And I'll die Chris, from the sniff of Coke. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Not off the sniff of Coke. God, like, okay, now you die. Why? Because I did Coke? No, because you're high on Coke and you're going to step in front of that car.
I just feel it's just
the car kills
like,
you.
Do you want to do a bump? You want to do a line? I thought you'd never ask.
I just have an innate fear.
Here's
man.
D.
It's just like,
here's D, who's either going to be on LSD or acid. I mean, who's going to be on LSD looking at both of y'all. Did you just keep that on you at all times? D, you're coherent on LSD. It took a while.
No. D. I would respond by saying, I have my own carrying case.
There you go. You just gotta get a little case, long case.
Shout out to Etsy. I mean, freaking Etsy.
Harris. Now here's the funny thing. Here's the worst thing I don't want to hear from you is. Harris, you just keep that on. You don't need to. You don't even know what I'm doing in my life, D. So this ain't the first time Harris said Coke. Okay.
I just pull D off to the side and be like, "So, D, we're gonna have to." I was like, "D, we're gonna have to preserve 3BG because we can't have a coke head on the fucking payroll. Can't have a coke head on the payroll here."
I would let a lot of things come between us. You know, I let a girl, I let money. But cocaine has no right to be here. Cocaine. Look, I will ruin my life over money. Fuck both of you. But cocaine.
but anyways, back to Rocky V. Also, first off, shout out to Rod for the $2. Appreciate it.
No, thanks, Rod. But no, here's the shit that kills me. Woo! Anyway, all right.
Anyways, so
Rocky
5, I was going back through the years of between what Rocky movies, and there was always a 3 to 4 year gap because I think Rocky 1 came out in 79, Rocky 2 came out in 82. Was it 82 or 83?
82.
82. Rocky 3 came out 84. Was it 84? 84, 85?
I think it was
now.
85.
See now.
Oh no, you said Rocky 3, right?
Yeah, Rocky 3.
Shit.
Rocky.
I'm gonna knock my phone down there.
Rocky 3 was 82.
82. Hold up.
So Rocky 2, if I remember, was 1980, I think.
1979.
Rocky 2 was 79. That's
Okay,
right. The first one, hold on. The first one, I believe, was 76.
Okay, Rocky 1 was 76, Rocky 2 was 79, Rocky 3 was 82, Rocky 4 was 85.
Yeah.
85. So Rocky 5 is 5 years later, 1990. And what's weird about the movie is that, first off, Sly's son is basically a teenager at this point. But when we saw him in Rocky 4, he was like, what, 5, 6 years old in that movie?
Yeah.
Sly, he had to be like 8 at the most.
Yeah. Because I remember him and his friends, they were in front of the TV watching Rocky fight Drago, like, yeah, Dad. So when you see him in this movie in 1990, one of the things that a lot of critics critique was like, all right, you're doing Rocky 5. It takes place immediately at the end of Rocky 4, but his son is I'm not gonna say grown, that's kind of fucked up, but like he's a teenager. He's a teenager, which it's a stark like contrast in the continuity.
What I saying no, because I'm going through it right now. There's a difference between a kid that's 10 to 12 years old and a kid who's fucking 14. There's a whole difference. So yeah,
and that was the continuity about Rocky 5 is the continuity with Rocky's son being a teenager and stuff, even though he was like you said 8-9 years old.
But here's the thing also, even if I want to give you that this took place a couple years later, they did it later on in the movie where you saw time progress, but it felt like that should have happened first. Whatever.
So basically,
let me say this. There is this movie. Oh my God. This movie gets the award for longest montage in a Rocky series.
Who knew? This is the same place they gave us No Easy Way Out.
Yeah.
Hearts on Fire.
Hearts on Fire. And the one before that. That one. Who knew that? Rocky 5, nigga.
I mean, half of the movie is the montage.
Yeah. And the thing about this movie is the director, this is the same director from the first film. He came back for Rocky 5. And
really? I was going to ask you who directed this.
Him and Sly, they were really wanted to take Rocky into a kind of a darker direction, like that, because it was basically a dark direction that him and Stallone wanted to do that they couldn't do in the first Rocky film, right? Yeah. And the studio shut that shit down for Rocky 5 and was like, no, we want you to go in a different direction. And it's basically why Rocky 5 is the way it is as you see it. It was a lot of studio. It was a lot of studio mandates that they wanted. They didn't want it to go darker. They wanted something different. And I was like,
they probably still wanted him to be the champion or win a fight.
You can tell just from watching this movie that there was some kind of not I won't say a hiccup, but there was some kind of disagreement with where they wanted this movie to go.
You can tell that I will go this far. You can tell that Stallone probably had less power on this one.
It's fine.
You can kind of tell, can't you?
Yes, you can.
I mean, it's probably why Rocky Balboa feels more like what Rocky 5 could have been.
Yeah, should have been.
Should have been.
Like, take a look at basically when you look at this movie, and this is something I meant to ask you guys offline was. Have you guys noticed that when you get to a certain point in the movie sequel, that it has to retrace its steps back to the first movie?
In some way.
This movie did that by retracing Rocky 1, and which should be ironic because the director of Rocky 1 directed this one too. So we got to see Stallone rock the leather jacket, the fedora, bouncing the freaking stress ball and shit. And, he goes back to Philly. And that's what I'm thinking.
He goes back to direct zero.
He goes right back to ground zero. Like, so wait a minute. So we pretty much circle back. As a franchise, did we just come full circle? Which is what makes me think of the line that Rocky says to Adrian midway in the movie. Yo, Adrian, do we ever leave this place? And Adrian responds the same way I think the audience does. I don't know.
Did you know Sly's salary for Rocky V was $15 million
for this?
Mm-hmm. And we're talking about a movie with a budget of $42 million. So that's a good chunk of the budget right there.
That's why I made that face. Like usually we all make jokes. And because yes, movies make millions upon millions of dollars now, we expect 35 million and all the rest of that shit. But when you think about it, in what terms of year? 1990. I'm sorry, how much money?
Exactly.
$15 million in 1990.
And that shit only. And bear in mind, this movie made $40 million domestically. It bombed. Oh. And that's even and look, I don't have the numbers for the home video market for it, but I can only assume it probably got a boost because of probably the DVD and Blu-ray sales from the collection that they probably put out.
Wait, hold on. So wait a minute. This movie. Hold on. Which movie you said bombed again?
Rocky V.
Well, this movie technically made $79 million.
To where? It's showing 40 million.
No, its opening weekend was 41 million, but 1/3 of its predecessors, which is 1/3 of it. Hold on. However,
opening weekend was 14 million, dog.
I'm looking at it right. Okay, wait a minute. This is on its opening weekend. No, 41 million was total between US and Canada. Yeah, but after overseas and all that, it made 120.
And they only take like half of that, so that still they didn't even recruit shit.
That was back then. They didn't recruit shit.
1990. I got you.
Yeah,
that's a tough L. That's just a tough L.
And what beat it out?
Right, and you are right for one thing. Stallone happily gave this movie, for his own hatred towards it, a 0 out of 10.
Dog. Guess what movie beat it out opening weekend?
Home Alone and Dances with Wolves.
No, Home Alone and Rescuers Down Under.
Wow, the Rescuers movie that they considered that movie a flop.
Like Rocky V barely edged. Put it this way. Rocky V barely edged out Rescuers Down Under and Child's Play 2 on its second weekend.
Can we also state that this movie received nominations for several worst awards.
Razzies.
The Golden Raspberry. It was worst picture, worst actor, worst screenplay by Stallone, worst actress going to Talia Shire.
Oh, come on!
Worst supporting actor for Burt Young, worst director, and worst original song for The Measure of a Man.
Razzies don't even care at this point. Adrian was probably the strongest actor in the movie, to be honest.
Shire didn't.
She did nothing wrong.
She didn't deserve none of that. Okay, the Razzies always do that. Number one, the Razzies are always like the Razzies are the
award.
People.
They're the award version of the internet.
In other words, the Razzies are those people that I always tell all of my critic friends, if you talk like this, I will fucking kill you. When y'all have any of that, hey D, this was an action-packed thrill ride. I'm going to fucking kill you.
It makes Blade Runner look like Disneyland.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. D, this was some white knuckle action.
Or if we're gonna go recent, with Ant-Man and Quantumania, Mieres heard it. It's like Star Wars. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I saw that shit. I'm like, watch more movies. Watch more movies.
Please.
I had to hear that.
Hang on. Please watch more movies.
Like, I saw somebody during Doctor Strange said, this is like Doctor Who, but better. Like you.
Better.
You. I hope the army of Whovians just knocked on your door and just stared at you.
Meanwhile,
stared at you. They didn't even touch you yet. And you already felt like.
Meanwhile, there's a whole ass fucking show called Loki that is more Doctor Who than Doctor Strange was.
And these niggas, but
more Doctor Who and less Quantum Leap.
But here's the thing.
Right?
Any of my friends that talk like that, I'm going to take a bet. And I'm going to go to your computer and make sure you're not able to type on that computer no more. Now, I did it to computer because I kind of like you. Because if I really want to send a goddamn message, which hand do you write with?
Speaking of messages,
if I really want to send the message, D just walk up to you. Which hand do you write with, man? My right hand. Pop, pop. Ah!
Speaking of message,
now you gotta learn how to write with your left.
Look. Pop. Yeah, you like that, huh? Poof. Yeah, you like that, huh? Pop. I swear to God, if you ever, and I mean ever, say this movie was a tour de force, I'm going to kill you. You hear me? Your mom's next.
Speaking of messages,
that's how.
Dark ending. The dark thing. Actually, the dark thing that Stallone wanted to do was Rocky was gonna die in that fight against Tommy Gunn in the street fight. He was gonna beat Tommy Gunn, and he was gonna kill. He was gonna kill over and die.
I know what part that was good. I know what part that was. You know the part where Paulie is like cradling him as he's laying on the ground. I'm like, you were supposed to die here.
Oh no! It was right after he beat Tommy Gunn. He was supposed to keel over and grab his heart and shit, and he was supposed to die.
I'm on some Jetman shit. Are you serious?
Yes.
He was gonna get out. He was gonna heart attack and all that and shit. And it was basically gonna be like his ending, like kind of like an anime where you see Rocky, all like he's in heaven. And he has his boxing gear on, and it's like Rocky, and Adrian was gonna tell everybody, "Hey, Rocky is dead," and that's how they were going to end. Rocky 5.
Imagine that they see now I would love to see like an actual filmed version, much like how they did the deleted scene in First Blood. The deleted scene for First Blood where Troutman shoots Rambo and actually kills him in the end, because that's how it's done in the book.
Now, how you think this happened?
That would have been interesting, because we would have never got none of this Rocky stuff after that.
Now, Eris, it's interesting that Chris tells us this, because this definitely happened. Hello? How's it going, Sly? What do you mean we ain't gonna do that scene? It was supposed to be Apollo and Rocky in heaven.
Finishing the fight.
We were supposed to finish the fight, Sly. Who did this? Oh, I understand that. Yeah. No. I don't think they're gonna put me in no good movies anymore. I think they're kind of done with me. Black people only got like five movies before they dump us to the side. Oh no, I'm not cutting the mustache.
The crazy part is,
I was gonna say he still got that thick ass mustache.
Here's the wild part: John Alvinson.
Oh man, Carl Weathers was like, wait, like, dog, I done got cut again. I was ready to do the scene.
Dude, here's the thing: this director, John Alvinson, right, came off Karate Kid 3. Probably the most poorly received Karate Kid out of the franchise. Like even worse than Next Karate Kid. Like,
not good.
Like the fact that Next Karate Kid got better marks than Karate Kid 3 is hilarious.
According to Three Black Geeks, it was one of the greatest movies ever made.
Terry Silver, sir.
I'm sorry.
Listen, Terry. Hold on, D. Before you even continue. You and I, all three of us collectively agree that Terry Silver hard carried that movie.
I swear to God, man. Look, it's not every day.
Quicksilver.
Look, Eris. Not every day you see a C tier, and not every day you see a C- tier actor carry that much luggage. But that nigga did it in spades.
This is the thing I hate about sequels that get way too long in the tooth. I hate it when we take a character and we put them on this journey of, hey, remember when he could have made this choice to go this route way back in movie 1 or 2? Well, let's go ahead and do that with movie 5.
Hey, Eris, what you just said is the reason why you two keep on going to that abomination.
What, Cobra Kai?
No.
I'm about to say not Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
Cobra Kai is at least entertaining.
Let's say it now, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to probably happen this year. We're going back to the Fast series.
Oh yes.
Oh, we're doing it movie by movie, much like we're doing the Rocky.
Last time we did it, we did a smorgasbord.
You tell me that doesn't mean nothing to me. When you say that, it's like, okay, stop, pause. What's the main ingredient for you two to keep walking into that dumb? That's all I'm saying. I understand you saying that, Eris. No, shut up, Chris. I'll say it because here comes Chris. No, D. See, if you look, no. 55 minutes, it's Tokyo Drift. If you pause it and look at the background, you see Letty's already there. Chris has we know what, Chris? I
said it best. The Fast series does the comic books so much better than most live action comic book stuff.
Chris, this is Chris. Every freaking Fast movie.
But here's the thing.
If you looked at 7, if you looked at what happened. Thank you, Eris. Thank you. This is Chris in every movie.
But D, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Me and you have read comic books for so long. Marvel and DC does the same shit that the Fast series has done, and we let it go. We let it go. Countdown, anybody?
You're talking to a wrestling fan, all right? Let's just put it this way, Chris. I can't stand the Fast series, but I watch that over Crank any day, so I'm cool.
No, but here's the thing. I look. I made my bed when I saw Brian double knives over Michael Ealy's light-skinned ass. I was like, all right, that's where
when he made his bed, I'll admit when I made my bed, because I was interested. What happened? The one talking about, cuz.
John Singleton will pay for his crimes of making fucking Paul Walker sound black.
O'Connor has a backstory where he lived in Watts for at least 3 years. I'm not saying he was raised. Shut the fuck up.
Way too much credit, nigga. You say 3 years, nigga. You know damn well that was a 3-month visit over a summer. You know damn well that was a 3-month visit over the course of a summer, and he never went back.
What you're telling me is that Brian.
I was gonna say he was staying at Tyrese's house just for those couple months.
So what you're telling me is
Brian's parents were fighting at the time. So
what you're telling me is that Brian and Tyrese were sitting back in the car while Kane was stealing this guy's Dayton's and got a cheeseburger. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Chris, a double burger.
A double burger. Double burger with cheese.
It was a double burger with cheese.
I like that.
You see what I told y'all, people? Chris does this to all the Fast movies. And one of the specialties of Three Black Geeks is connecting movies.
But here's the thing.
Like
Wait a minute. No. That was me.
What I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. What our specialty is at Three Black Geeks is that happened in that movie. No, it didn't yet happen. We're like, oh, the bridges. Look at the.
But see, here's the thing. When we get back, because we get back to Rocky in a second. What got me, I say I made my bed too fast. It was really when me and Sue were watching the end of Fast 5, and my man and my girl Eva Mendes slides the picture of Letty in London to the Rock, and I was like, twin sister?
Hold on, and just to prove that. Just to prove that Chris
threw at the damn TV.
Just to prove that Chris wasn't bullshitting. I called Chris and I said, "Yo, I just got out of Fast 5," and he was like, "Did you stay to the end?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Did you stay to the end?" I'm right outside the door.
He ran right in. His ass ran right in.
Run back inside. I ran back inside with the quickness. I was like, hey, yo, I was like, look, I can't believe I got away with this shit. I'm holding my phone in my hand saying I left my phone in the theater. They let me go.
Hey, y'all. Eris recounts this whole thing back to me. Okay, so what happened? Hey, baby. Yeah, the girl with the lazy eye, she back again. I don't know.
My ass sitting up there saying, Eris, yo, dude, maybe Letty has a twin sister.
This man kept saying twin sister.
I swear to God, I was like, twin sister. That's the only thing explaining because she got killed by fucking Laz Lonzo. What the hell, man? Really
sometimes, D, sometimes the movie does it itself. It doesn't need our help.
But Eric, y'all, that whole year and a half, that was Chris.
But D, I want you to keep that picture back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was me trying to figure out who gave Paulie power of attorney in Russia.
Yo, okay.
All right, so here's what happened. During that training montage of Hearts on Fire back in Rocky IV, somewhere in the editing room, literally.
I like that, Eris. Random. Thank you. It didn't matter what part. You just chose during Hearts of Fire.
Bear in mind, Eris, as you're saying this, I'm Rolodexing my mind. Is there a scene where Paulie was on the phone in the background or something?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Somewhere in the middle of all this, I'm literally on the cutting room floor.
I'm hearing in my, I'm playing it in my brain.
Did he have the big 80s phone while Rocky was pushing him up in the fucking thing?
He had like a Garfield phone to his head or something. Something where he was doing course. You know what I mean? Something.
Listen, you're in the middle of Hearts on Fire, in the middle of all this shit, somewhere literally on the cutting room floor of that editing room was a shot of Paulie trying to work out a deal. This is before he took his flight to help Stallone train. But yeah, he tried to work out a deal, and you wonder why Adrian didn't show up until a little later, midway through his training. She thought everything was good. Everything was all good to go, as with anybody. But apparently, there was a scene. If you look on the back of your VHS version of the movie, look at the back of the cover. There's a shot of Paulie sitting down having a meeting.
Yeah, so
I'm totally making that part up, but
it would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense
because the
way that this whole thing played out was so neck break. I mean, I got whiplash just watching that scene because we go from seeing a clearly brain damaged Rocky Balboa after we got the opening shot of him giving us his best William Sadler. Instead of butt naked katas, we got butt naked CTE in the shower.
Yeah, anyway. I don't have a picture of that. But that being said, let me just tell you, Jean-Claude still wins with me. I think Jean-Claude just got a better shaped ass. That's really what it is. It ain't so much the bigger one, but it's just a better shaped one.
But let me finish. So in the we clearly have a clearly brain damaged Rocky Balboa, just going from Russia to back home. We get this sweet ass moment between him and his son. And I'm thinking, wow, this is going to be on some like Family Man type stuff. Yeah. Dude's really about to retire. He's going to spend time with his kid.
Dude tries to get him into a fight with Union Kane. And he's like, I'm good.
He was like, I'm good. Which, by the way, shout out to Michael Williams. That was Michael Williams as Union Kane.
And shout out to Richard Gant, who, let's just be honest with you, we don't talk about this nigga enough as black people. We just don't. But anyway, go ahead.
But we get all of this whole sweet, wholesome moment of bullshit, right? And then the moment he closes the door, all of y'all need to put on your neck braces because we get hit with the hard whiplash of Adrian yelling at Paulie for giving power of attorney to their accountant.
Now,
and we're all going, when the hell did this happen?
I'm going how because, all right, first off, Paulie, when did you have power of attorney? And number 2, why did you have that over Adrian?
Mm-hmm. Number 3, why didn't you talk to the man who made all that shit possible? Why didn't you talk to Rocky?
The double whammy of it all is the fact that the accountant basically, the only believable thing is the tax thing, because that's something that dooms a good chunk of celebs is. And, Steve Harvey recounted his whole thing where basically you have an accountant that basically
doesn't look out for your best interest.
Yeah, it just isn't doing their fucking job. So Rocky is out. He's basically owes the IRS $400,000 in back taxes because he didn't pay it for like the last 6 years.
$400,000. That is,
and that's on top in 1990 money.
And that's on top of the fact that the said accountant that Paulie was using basically was using Rocky's money for real estate schemes that went nowhere.
You could have flipped it. And see, that was the more believable part, that he was using it on schemes and he couldn't flip the houses fast enough.
This man thought that he
owing too much and all the rest of that I can believe. Now that was the more believable part of the whole how Rocky lost all of his money thing. He because that's how a lot of athletes lose, in bad investments and shit like that. And also, real quick to talk about the CTE problem and all the rest of that. During that time, you know what the world was watching? Muhammad Ali going through the same fucking thing. And
slowly but surely.
Around about 1980, I'm not sure in the exact year, but in the mid 80s, Muhammad Ali had his last fight, and I seen the clips of it. It is physically hard to watch. That's how bad Muhammad Ali got.
When was the last time he was actually talking before he stopped?
Around about the mid 90s.
Okay, I knew it was like an old award show where I heard him talking like it was nothing. That's why I was like,
but the problem was, A Living Color got away with this back then, and they shouldn't have. David Alan Grier used to do a Muhammad Ali, and every time they try to find out, I'm just going to hit her with there go the bell again. It's on. Look. Not funny. You see what I'm saying? They should have got took off the air. That is low.
No, hold on. Whoa, wait. No, Chris. No, D. Hold on. I got one that tops that. See, you say David Alan Grier doing that. They should have got pulled off the air. You and I saw this live. Family Guy putting Muhammad Ali in a cutaway. And the man was shaking.
Oh, that joke. Oh, that one. Yeah, they were all gonna say. I don't remember. I remember it, but I don't remember.
Wait, and he talked. And he talked in that shot too. You and I both were like, "Oh, y'all should have gotten taken off the air for this."
They should have, man. But here's the thing. Anyway, here's the thing. What but about that is like, yeah, they were saying boxes go there, and all boxes if you notice. They have some kind of pause. I fucking hate saying it like this. All good fighters have a pause or some type of tick or some type of way they talk because they got hit in the head so many fucking times. Like, you know what I mean? Some still talk fine and all that, but they're kind of stupid. And then there are some who are very smart, but sound like they done had a stroke. You know what I'm saying? So it's always some type of thing. Like, I like George Foreman because George Foreman knew everything he was talking about, but he clearly that, yeah.
Nah, King of the Hill has the funniest joke ever when Luann is getting her ass whooped by Layla, George Foreman's daughter.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, George Foreman's like, damn, Luann's getting beat up pretty bad. Why not name all my sons George?
George did. He loves making that joke. Like, yeah, hey, that showed you I had brain damage. Like, who was it? Frazier, Joe Frazier, Joe Frazier, one of the greatest boxers ever. Talked like he had a stroke. Oh yeah. yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell that these guys really went through mushing of that brain, especially back then, because when they had 15 rounds and shit, and they didn't believe in concussions. So of course those all be bad. But the amazing thing though was Muhammad Ali was told in the late 70s. Muhammad, check this out, brother. All of that's water up there. What are you talking about, man? You remember that time after? Yeah. How slow you got? That's a brain thing. I'm all right. Praise be Allah, nigga. I'm all right. I'm good, though. All I gotta do is drink water. What you white people want to tell me? I need to make money, man. So I'm good, bro. I'm good. And really, that's what happened. Notice the first thing that Duke hopped on when he went to Rocky. I get you the money that you need. Get up out the ghetto. I can have it for you. That's all. Now, yeah, granted, he comes off like a devil. Just give it to me, Rocky.
That's how. I mean, if you really think about it, that's how.
Like that.
But you remember, that's how everybody thought Don King was at that time.
Yes, sir. Don King, to a lot of white people, was ruining the sport of boxing. Did he? No, he didn't.
He just knew spectacle.
He just knew spectacle, and he sped up a lot of the process that probably needed to be sped up. In other words, boxers getting paid more for what they're worth. And number two, being a black man, having all this only in America.
Don King literally was like, because to Don King's credit, he was like, look, why are we pussyfooting around waiting years to get this boxing match started? Get this shit done now. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
Don King was a great promoter of fighting, all the rest of it. Come on, this is during the time where a lot of guys, where you had to sell fights like that. You know what I mean? And Don King did it for a good long time. Now, I don't think he sells the boxing matches. Like, when did he stop? Around about the 2000s,
somewhere
where
around
he really
2000s.
stopped really selling the matches. Yeah, he still ran shit. He still had Don King promotions and shit like that. But as far as him coming out there, yeah, that's right, only in America, with the flag and all that.
That was like Pete. Really, that was like Pete Tyson when he.
And I think that's what they were really trying to do. They were really trying to emulate how he was with Mike Tyson and everybody else like that. Man, I understand that shit. To a lot of white people, he was kind of evil. But here's me. Y'all just mad he was shining.
This is the guy that gave us Thrill. He's the one that got Thriller in Manila happening. I mean, come on.
And exactly. And what were we gonna get in this movie? Let It Go in Tokyo.
Back when Tokyo was used as the exotic place for certain sporting events, like Tokyo.
This was Tokyo and Osaka got a lot of business during the 90s, bro.
We were going to get that fight between Rocky and Union Kane, and let's just be real. I'm glad Rocky said no.
Union Kane would have worked his ass.
He would have had that young brother. Fuck him. He was going to get his shit rocked.
Now hold on.
No way.
Can you really wait? Can you really say that? I mean, let's really be real here. Let's look at the stats. Can you really say the both of you are really going to tell me that Union Kane was going to beat Rocky?
First off, yes. You see, here's why I say this. We ain't talking about Rocky Balboa when he was fighting Tarver, and you have Duke there basically saying, you got arthritis, you got all this, you got all that. We're just going to have you just turn into a raw punching machine. He don't got that benefit in the 90s because they were still kind of rolling with that old school boxing mentality and shit. So,
Also, I like to mention the fact that Drago hit him in the head, and now the color blue tastes like apples to him. So I don't understand what makes you think he was going to win that fight.
Also, because I can answer that. I can answer that, dude. Because before we started recording, you sent the clip to me and Chris in our group chat of Union Kane talking about you, like, you ain't got what I got. And shit like that. You said that's a nigga that already has CTE.
Oh, and don't mind getting it again. Don't mind
getting it again. That shit's like candy.
They ain't nothing worse than a dude that don't mind. They ain't nothing worse than a person that got my mentality when I'm on Mega Man and I know I'm going to take damage. You know what I mean? It ain't no worse than somebody got.
I just thought it was fun.
The reason why I kind of disagree is because we saw what happened when Union King went up against Tommy Gunn.
That is very true.
Dude, the man barely touched him.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a fight.
I'm going to put it out there. Duke, we're there. All right, Kane, come here. Don't let that white boy beat you. You know that, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna get paid on this one. Enough to get your voice fixed. That's kind of fucked up. I don't think I really talk like this in real life. I think I'm just playing a character. I don't think me, Marcus Williams, the boxer, like look, shut up, nigga. We ain't asking for all that. You're gonna lose.
Did you know Tommy Morrison and Michael Williams were supposed to get a real life boxing match happening after this?
That is kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
That's funny that never happened.
Now, it didn't happen because Michael broke his hand.
Wow. And I remember Michael did. God, man. It's so, you know what, guys. I don't know about y'all. Well, Chris, I can say this more for you because Eris, you too, because I know you stayed up with your dad watching a boxing match once or twice.
We all did.
Don't y'all miss the old graphics and the old high top fades and niggas like this, dudes from New York, Baltimore, DC, Detroit, beating the living crap out of each other. Oh, we grew up in a beautiful age of boxing. We all did. No bullshit. When I saw that high top fade, I was like, you know what, 90s? Y'all produced some bangers, young. I ain't gonna fake. But was this during that time after Tommy retired from boxing, man?
Yeah. Because Tommy Morrison had a very weird trajectory of his life. You know, he contracted HIV and he tried to do the whole wrestling thing. He did steroids and very weird, just shit just happened and stuff for him. It was just insane. But yeah, it's but anyways, I would say this, the things that I remember for this movie before rewatching it, it's just Tommy basically being this earnest person to try to get in Rocky's good graces to train him, and Rocky steadily saying he didn't want to train him. And then you're slowly seeing Rocky over the course of this whole movie pretty much say, fuck family, I'm about this boxing life. Training Morrison. It's like, bruh, like his own son, which to this movie's credit, it carries over into Rocky Balboa, like the way his son kind of feels some way about him. And you could probably say this movie started that whole resentment towards his dad in a way.
Even though they make up in this movie and go on like a happy
I felt that built up to Rocky Balboa, where he was like, all right, this is some bullshit.
I think also just on some real shit, you're never truly done fighting your dad every now and then. So I think it's one of those things where it's like, this shit pop. You know what I mean?
Because Rocky Jr. is...
Look, y'all still fighting? Nah. Love dad to death. We're over that. This shit, dad.
Well, that's what Rocky Balboa was, because you think about it. Rocky 5, he's 13, so you're a teenager, you're willing to forgive your parents.
Exactly.
But like Rocky Balboa, he was like, really, dad? Your old ass getting in the ring? This bullshit is why I can't get a fucking better position, because of this shit.
This pop. What are we gonna do? And I'm kind of with Sly.
The hell I do?
Your best man good enough. Little brother.
I held you in my hand right here. You were this small. And I'm like, oh boy. You know what? Rocky did the same shit that our parents do whenever they lose in an argument. I had you when I was 20 years old. I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
What does that even have to do with anything?
You lost the fight. What are we doing here?
I've learned one thing.
I said I lost money in a card game. What is you carrying me never have anything to do with that?
Here's the thing. I learned this as a parent.
Hey, well, you know what? Hold on. You know what? Since we're gonna bring up stuff that got nothing to do with anything, I got an A in math today. How about that?
Here's what I learned.
Just as useless information as what you just said.
What I've learned is the art of taking an L. No. You're right within your right, because I never want my son to get that far with me, because I'll just straight up punch him. But here's the reason why. No, shut the fuck up. Here's the reason why. What I have learned as a parent is that you let your kids embarrass you. You let your kids catch you with a so you have to encourage them, make them grow themselves, make them feel better as individuals, because get one like you don't want to be wrong in front of your kids, and be a parent enough to say I'm wrong. But every now and then when it is a fight like that and they got you, fight me, nigga. What? Nah, fight me, nigga. No. You got all the answers. Now we down to fisticuffs. It's over. Nah. It's the streets now, because you're an adult and you know my adult life.
Just fucking step up.
Let's
step
go.
Up the streets.
No, to the streets. And if your son kicks your ass at that point, I don't know how to help you on that one. D didn't get that far, because even if my son gets to the point where he could probably whoop me, I'm gonna trip him up before he goes outside and hit him with
live version of what happens after D punches both his kids in the face. It's like, what happened, D? I punched both my kids in the face.
Gang, nigga. Gang, nigga.
I pull up, Angie's like, D was actually smiling when he got arrested. It was kind of crazy.
Nah, Angie was like, nah, see, no, you don't know my wife. There you go.
Like, wait, well, hold on, D. Well, what caused it?
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
Anyway.
D when he punches his kid after he's playing Fortnite.
Ooh, I think you know what? I got look. Shout out to all of you Zoomers. By the time y'all get old and y'all playing Fortnite with y'all children and you get mad, I want you to look at yourself in that situation and notice how sad you look.
Man, listen, I know Vegeta used that line on trucks. I used to destroy civilizations before you, sir.
You ain't do shit, Dad. Why mom look like you doing? And his trunks is only come back. Why mom be paying for all your shit, Dad?
Fuck you. I'll take you out of existence.
You don't know where the money come from. You don't know where the money come from. I don't know where the money come from. Stop it.
I don't know where it came from.
I'm sorry, look, we all like to say Vegeta's a nice dad and all that shit. Cool, whatever. But here's the thing. I feel like Vegeta spends a lot of money on Doom buggies. He seems like a guy, if he had one hobby, it'd be like ATVing, and he spends like way too much money on it. Vegeta seems like that guy. Like, he should be professional, but he always comes off like a douchebag about it. Like, hey man, you should try it. Nah, man, I just like riding.
So
that's what Vegeta seems like to me. He seems like that guy.
So Tommy Gunn, he comes from a very tough home. You know, his dad abused him and his mom, and yeah, very, 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 very tough beginnings, humble beginnings.
My dad used to beat the shit out of me all the time.
It's like, goddamn. Like,
I like how he was talking to Rocky about that. He's like, yeah, sometimes it happened. First guy I fought in the ring, I just thought of my own man. And I like Adrian. Adrian got the look on her face like, so all of you boxers are just like fighting your dad's homosexuality. You're just fighting something, are you? Like, the look on Adrian's face is just like, boxers.
but at the same time, I'm like, yo, Adrian, your brother's a fucking alcoholic. So what are we talking about here? Like,
no. This is about my husband and
Punchy McGee
clan's ways. His clan's way. Look, put it this way. Angie, who's a nerd herself, looks at us and go, they're a little
thing. Unit.
Conglomerate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're with their people. They're amongst their tribe right now. Angie, like, you're amongst your tribe right now, Dwayne? Baby, I'm at Awesome Con. Like, I don't know none of these people. Why are you saying my tribe? Oh, BlurCon. There you go. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look. I love Bianca to death. She's kind of the same like Angie. Like, oh, he's with his units.
No, I think she's more. See, Angie can make fun of us because she's a part of us.
Yeah,
y'all go on there. She can just straight up. That didn't. So how was the Dragon Balls the Dragon Ball Star Trek Wars party?
Here's the great thing about her though, right?
Look, I was a My Hero One Punch Party.
Now, here's the great thing about her though, because she is very open-minded. We were at Katsu. She found some stuff at some tables that caught her eye immediately. So I'm like, gotcha. It's it. It's done.
It's
like,
there.
Look, Eris. I swear to God, if it's like basic as hell anime, I'm making fun of her for the rest of her.
No, that's not. It's not it. It's actually
no. We just be obnoxious to her. Naruto. Stop being obnoxious for no reason.
What kind of like how Michael
she got one time to mess up on the Dragon Ball name for me to make fun of her the rest of her life.
What kind of like Michael B. Jordan? I like Naruto, and I'm like, you're hitting that line. You're hitting that line, Michael B. What are you doing?
No.
What are you doing?
Hey, Chris. As I said in my post earlier today, he been in that line and lived there for a while. I don't know why you act like he's
at that line where I'm like,
hey Chris, he got an apartment there he visits. No, he went right to that apartment as soon as Lori let his ass go. I like Mike. Let me make it very clear. I like him. I can call him that.
Hey, look, I just find it funny that he somehow beat the Michael B. Jordan loves white girl allegations when he got with Lori Harvey. That was hilarious.
Yo, he got lucky. Yeah. Oh my God.
But
look, black girls are still hoping Jeff may just beat the shit out of a white woman.
Plot twist.
Ain't no swirl relationship. That's all for show.
Hey, speaking of plot twist, hey, you love how Rocky Jr. is getting his ass whooped and doesn't have any of the boxing skills of his dad.
I love
that's quite obvious.
Those silly kids run his ass.
That's quite obvious, Chris, because when you quite literally grew up in the lap of 80s luxury,
you get lazy.
I mean, really, all you got to worry about is seriously, all you got to worry about at this point when your father is like the most famous boxer in the world and he's champion for like how many years, even at times when he thought about retiring but doesn't. Dude, I mean, what is there for you to worry about? The only thing you have to do is just take your ass to school.
To me, that's some prep school shit. That's some prep school shit to what happened to him. Because to me, a rich kid, former rich. No, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm sorry, who your daddy is? Let's get it. Who your dad is? Rocky Balboa. Oh my God. What you want, nigga? What you want, bro? What you want? Your dad is the god of Broad Street.
Nah, they still whoop his ass.
No. Well, hold on.
You're still getting this work.
Thank you. I just realized that this is Philadelphia.
It's Philadelphia. Dog.
I forgot this is Philly.
Philly is probably the only
place where your dad can literally build the city, and they go, douche.
You saw how that city turned on T.O. with the quickness. Come on now.
Yep. Oh my God.
As soon as he became a cowboy, he was like, "Oh fuck that dude." I was like, "God damn!" Like,
Philadelphia. I don't understand Philadelphia. You guys will constantly shit on our city here in DC, and then go. So you want to go DC this weekend? Yeah, y'all always do that.
You'll bring cheesesteaks to DC.
Oh! One of the best lines I ever heard.
Was a peace offering.
One of the best things ever, Chris. I heard this on American Dad. Hey, how you doing there? Hey, you want to take a bus to go down to DC? Oh, you want to go down to the Poconos? Or we could have go to New York City, Philadelphia, 3 hours away from three really, really great things.
Yeah.
Ooh. 3 hours. Here's me as a Washington. Real talk. It's just a shout out to all our fans from Philly. Me as a Washingtonian. Yeah.
Yo, who knew Rocky
I will
Jr.?
be the bougie DC nigga. Yeah, we're better than y'all.
Who knew Rocky Jr. learning Taebo moves all of a sudden turns him into
Boy.
a fucking gangster? This is
Boy,
like
I
dude.
didn't-
No, this is equivalent to Dominic Mysterio's storyline in WWE right now, where he took
Who knew?
a night in jail, and all of a sudden he's part of the fucking gang and shit. And I was like,
Who knew, yo, doing white belt punches is a way to get yourself. No. Here's the thing that got me when he was hit, much like Tommy Gunn at the end of this movie. We'll talk about it when we get to it. You saw him, he was hit homie like once, two. I'm like this trash. No power. Look how he's throwing his punch. There ain't no power in his hip. Trash.
No, D. When I saw that first punch, the first punch alone, I said, "Oh, dude, you should have just ate that," because there was no twist in the hip or nothing. You didn't step in and lead the punch. You just swung with the arm.
yeah, his dad could have been being secret. It wouldn't even fucking matter. They still
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
No.
But seriously,
Will Smith could walk out the door.
Seriously.
Hey, y'all, what's up? He'll get a battery thrown at him.
No, but seriously, going back to this fight, there's no way that kid, the bully, should have lost that because
not at all.
Because, bro, all of your punches is just coming from arm. I'm like, there was no step in, there was no hip twist, there was nothing.
Real talk, as a kid that had a tough time breaking down fat boys like that. You mean to tell me you ain't try to trip them up and then like wail on them from up top? You know what I mean? None of that shit. Hey Chris, Chris, you ain't take no stamina X, get your heat mode up, hit triangle. You ain't do none of that, nigga. Nothing.
No, here's the thing about this.
He lays him out, looks at him, and goes, "I do believe that belongs to me." Gets his jacket. Hey, look, he took the soldier boy. He took the soldier boy treatment. Go get your chain back. Get your chain back. He went and got his coat back. Whooped homeboy's ass, and he tells him to his face, "Look, we can end this right now." Woo. Handshake. All right. See you tomorrow.
I gotta be real with you. Hey, guess what? Guess what? He did it without me. I told you my son's perfect. Perfect without me. Now, if you screw me, I'm going over here and I'm going to take care of my other son who's grown. I'm going to talk to him.
And let's be real. Rocky was trying so hard to live vicariously through Tommy Gunn because he thought he saw himself in Tommy.
Yeah, like that was the thing. That was the big point of contention when him and Adrian finally have the conversation.
The hash out
conversation where he was like, because he reopens, because Mickey leaves his gym to his son, and the gym is just in disarray. So, Rocky's like, well, I'm still I want to be in this boxing world. I'm going to become a trainer, reopen the gym. People are using the gym, and that's how Tommy Gunn comes in there. But when him and Adrian had a conversation, he was like, yeah, train Tommy made me feel reinvigorated of having a purpose now because I lost boxing. And that's when Adrian's like, well, that's cool you train Tommy, but Tommy doesn't have the heart like you. And, boom.
None.
Then it kind of get
the nigga tries to fight like you, which is why everybody calls him your robot, your puppet, because he fights like him.
And
it's like fighting with, oh God. It's like playing Street Fighter with damage turned all the way up and none of the skill is used.
Yeah. I think what it was that Rocky was really, like you said, trying to live vicariously through one all day. I don't think it was so much wrong, like it was framed that he was trying to train somebody up to be like him, or it was him trying to do all that. I think the problem really was like you're dumping a lot of time and a lot of this. What are you trying to get at? Like, what's your goal at? You know what I mean? And I also feel in a way, and I don't blame Adrian at all. Yeah. But it felt like, Adrian, real talk, your husband's alive. Your husband feels alive at the side of that ring. And for some people, being a manager is like the greatest feeling in the world. Probably it gives you actual more purpose than you were as a boxer. Yeah. So I get the fight between those two, and I get the reason for feeling it. But at the same time, and I feel like there was a deeper storyline that they took out. But Rocky's whole need to push Tommy to the top, I felt there was a different storyline with that, and it was going to go a little bit darker than what we thought it was. I'm not saying so much like, oh, he's going to get on drugs. No, just so much like, woo, this is a heavy ass storyline. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he said himself he tried to I guess guide Tommy the same way that Mickey guided him. Like, bro, I'm trying to guide you in a direction to not deal with the dirty side of this business. It's nothing but sharks and gangsters in the in the business of boxing. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't wrong.
Still are.
And I mean, still are.
Corporate sharks and actual gangsters. I'm sorry. Wait. How are you a boxing promoter? Oh yeah, first off, man, me and my niggas, man, we came out the joint, right? And so second of all, we got the little thing together. And wait. There are like murders connected to you. Anyway, so we've been managing this nigga for the last 5 years.
And the thing about it is, like,
what really gets, and just to show you how dirty the business is, you see every which way, freaking George Duke goes from California, follows them to Philly, antagonizing the shit out of the Balboa family just to get Rocky back in the ring.
He sits there and throws money. Hey, Rocky, I got this new car. If you just do blah, 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 blah. He's still trying to get the Kane Rocky fight going.
I will say this.
And when they was in the limo, and again, we get to see a frustrated George Washington Duke talking about some, like, he said, these boxers got no brains. They don't know a good thing in front of them when they see it. And the way that he said all that, I was like, oh yeah, that's clearly what Stallone was talking about. Y'all motherfuckers ain't nothing but sharks.
Yeah,
you know, you're gonna take a young boxer. That's the same thing you tried to tell Tommy. You take a young boxer, promise them the world, and then as soon as one thing causes them to lose, they bleed them dry and leave them in the gutter broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The reason why a lot of guys don't retire from boxing, you know, at a certain age and shit like that. You know what I mean? There's a reason why behind that shit, yeah.
But
a lot of these boxers, when they become professionals, there's only like 6 fights and they're gone.
And that's the thing with Tommy, is like Tommy is going through it, and Tommy, he's visibly frustrated because he wants to be champion. Right, he's doing all these fights, but he's not getting up there quick enough because he wants to be champion and all that stuff. And that's when George Duke comes in there and he's all like, "Hey, Tommy, you know, I can help you out. Got this beautiful woman over here. You know, I got this car over here. We make this happen." You know, and
shout out to this world and the ESPN and the journalists in this world. Holy crap, unhinged, sir. Type of question.
Let's be real.
Yes.
Let's be real.
1990, we got the real.
Let's be real. Journalists are unhinged now.
They're unhinged now, but put it this way.
It's snarky.
Everybody gets on my nerves about Skip Bayless because it's like, I know about Skip Bayless. No, you don't. Because if you did, Skip Bayless in the 90s what made you want to drive to his house and try to burn it down. Okay? Annoying. In your face, obnoxious. And this is before the internet could proofread you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, of course, everything that came out of journalists' mouth was gospel. So it just shout out to them. They're ruthless.
Because here's the thing.
I love it.
Kane wins the vacant heavyweight belt, and Tommy ends up getting pushed to fight Kane for the belt, for the title. And, you know, again, at this point, Tommy's nose is wide the fuck open. He got this fucking chick in there. He's fucking her. He's basically living it up. Yeah. And he beats Union Kane. And like Sue said, it's the most like fight. Just like
also, and by the way, Rocky's not at the fight at this time. At this time, he's not in his corner no more. And I give it up to it. You know what? There are still moments in this movie where it's like there's a really good film here. During the fight where Rocky stood up and started hitting the bag and all that. Real talk, in my opinion, best scene in the movie. Because you see this dude
because he wants to really be there.
Sudden, obviously, like, come on, his speech is clear, his stance is clear. There's real life in him. He's hitting that. It surprises Adrian. You see it on her face. It surprises her.
It surprised everybody.
It makes her happy. But there's this look of Jesus, Rock. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it means to you, but honey, stop. You're not there. You know what I mean?
That ain't you anymore.
No, it's the real talk. If anybody watch it, it's the best scene in the movie to me. It's just really good. And even to the point how it all ends, where you can tell Rock is coming back down again, where you can tell that all the firing in his brain is calmed down and he's got a slur.
And then Tommy hits
him. And even down to the little itty bitty line from fucking Paulie. Yeah, I'm done with the TV. You're done with the way that was done. It was like, I love this scene. Oh my god, I love this scene.
And it hits even more when Tommy is literally giving 100% credit to Duke instead of Rocky.
Oh,
Rocky
man.
is like, fuck.
It's
god.
bad.
Hold on, I got the picture. We have the picture of the second. You can just see the second it happened to Rock, where he knew that this nigga didn't care about him anymore.
Oh, no.
Stairs and CTE.
I am not wrong.
Hold on. First of all, let's get one thing correct. It wasn't CTE. It was CSP.
Shut up.
No, I'm dead serious. That's what it is. Rocky suffered CSP.
Wait.
Yeah, he did. He did suffer CSP.
Yeah.
I thought I was bullshit.
Eric's over here getting all fucking medical lingos and shit.
Sir.
Sir.
I will say this though, to D's point, this is kind of me after watching Rocky V.
Perhaps I treated you too much.
Just a little bit. There's, like I said, there are some really good scenes in this movie. That's all I'm really saying. There's a couple of times where you can tell that, even I told this before to y'all, in bad movies, every now and then the movie kind of farts and remembers that, hey, there's good actors in this movie. Remember what it was.
Now we hit on all these things, but you know why we're here to talk about Rocky V, right? You know why.
Wait, hold on. There's still some more bits. See,
like what? What am I missing? Because
one part in particular against
the fans chanting Rocky in the middle.
That happening.
Of a dude with a belt in his.
That happening was probably that right there. Just goes to show you the power that you have as a former champion.
Also.
No, hold on. You want to know the reason? God rest your soul, Ray Liotta. It was out of respect.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I just love this scene here when he's just going at the reporters. I'm not a paper champion.
When the reporter, you say him going at the no, sir. The reporters the reporters were ripping him apart.
He was like, "Yeah, Kane was just a paper champion.
Like,
you didn't really win that, rightfully."
Like, you ever want to see somebody?
No, calm down. Champion.
No, hold on. Wait, hold on. You ever want to see somebody who has the world championship belt in his hand? You're like the greatest boxer at the moment, and you are dealing with Joker Dark Knight situation where you have nothing to threaten these people with because they're hitting you with facts.
It's almost like when Miz.
And the only reason why you is because Balboa is not out there right now.
Hold on.
How wild is that, dog?
Wait. Here's an even better one. This is a better one. My God, gentlemen, this was a full bar that was said.
Mm-hmm.
One of the shout outs to one of the reporters. A man said, have him fight real opponents, not stiff champions like Kane, who's got so much glass in his jaw that he ought to be a chandelier.
Hey, won't you fight the?
Oh yeah, he was like, I say we put the red in the front. I hear she comes real cheap.
Damn.
Woo! Here's D. No, I'm sorry. Here's D. Number one, sir. misogynistic. Number 2, sir.
Number 2.
How do you know? Number 3.
Karen.
Did that bitch have a name? Does she have a name?
Karen.
Yeah, Karen.
I'm not bullshitting. That is actually her name.
Right.
Her name is
right.
Karen.
Yeah. She looks like a Karen.
She does look like a Karen.
Hold on. She rolls in.
She's like a Sharon to me, not a Karen.
She rolls in. Okay. First of all, she rolls in with the highly overinflated titties.
Highly overinflated. Those things was propped up by 2 tiny midgets inside of her bra going, they're not that big. And the other one going, it's a living.
But seriously though, the reporters going in, thank you, Cameron bars. They were bars.
These niggas was going on him, man. Tommy lost, just like I won. I won the champion. I got a Little Caesars hat, which is fresh, by the way.
Hey, back. I want folks to understand.
Hey, it was a fit though.
No.
That worked, man. That shit worked.
I just want folks to understand this. We used to be a proper country. Proper nation. Little Caesars ruled all. Yes, you might say Pizza Hut, you might say Domino's, but Little Caesars.
There was a brief time that pizza chain for Detroit that made good cheese that's only good for about 35 minutes. I love you, Little Caesars. I love you for that, but I fucking hate you eternally for that. Who knew? They had the game on lock for a portion of the night.
Hey, that's what forced Pizza Hut to be like, all right, Little Caesars, we see your game. Give them the Bigfoot pizza.
Yeah, Little Caesars. Also, by the way, close down all the diners. We're actually bleeding a lot of money doing this. Like it was cool back in the day, but the 90s are fucking murdering us.
I gotta be honest with you. As a kid, I didn't understand.
Take all the red cups and take all the red cups, burn them,
dude. Dog, there's one still in the hood out here. I'm taking my kids to it in a couple days from now. I'm still going there.
It's still a diner.
Down there in Oxon Hill, yes, it's still a diner.
Hold on. Which one? Is it the one near
right there on Livingston Road?
Livingston and St. Barnabas? That one still sit down? I might have to take a visit. Hey, Bianca, we're going to the hood today, baby.
Going to the hood today. And if you don't want to go to the hood and you want to be in the truck stop town, you can come out my way. We still have a diner in mind.
Truck stop. I love the way you say it like that. See, there are like no diners. You have to literally go on a map and find them.
You gotta go to Pennsylvania for a fucking diner at this stage.
Boy, man, I bet there's one diner in like West Virginia, and all of us like nostalgic millennials like, this is perfect, and all the locals like, this place is shit. I don't know, they don't give us nothing new.
You go there at 12. You go there at noon on the dot. The buffet is open.
I gotta be honest with you.
Look, hold on. I got a good question. This is a general question. It's ain't got nothing to do with Little Caesars. Nobody. Pizza Hut. If you ever go to a place where you got to pour your own soda and all that shit at the machine, do y'all get scared when the logos are the old logos of the soda?
A little bit.
Y'all get kind of worried,
a little bit. It's like,
I just want to know.
Slightly cautious.
I just want to know if I was the only one.
Like, when's the last time you cleaned this machine here?
Damn, man. What's wrong? I'm just saying the A&W root beer logo don't have.
Why is mellow yellow on this?
Why is mellow yellow? Why'd you just hold up? Why do you still have this mellow yellow, but you wrote Sprite in pencil?
Sir, not pencil, fucking black marker. This is Sprite.
Hey man, look, I got a question real quick. So my question is this. I know that there's new stuff inside this machine. I know that for a fact. But that says Fruitopia. So what will happen if I hit it?
Tab.
Who still drinks Tab?
Gotta be honest with you. I don't want to.
You know it ain't good.
I don't want to paint this for all Pennsylvania diners, but I feel if I walk into a diner in Pennsylvania, they're gonna call me a nigger in my face, and I don't know how I would handle that.
Oh man, no, Chris, come on, man, Chris, you have it coming.
the hell did I do? I just walk in there, nigga. I'm like, whoa.
You want to no, Chris?
Whoa.
You want to know what you did? You want to know
racially
what you did?
charged?
No, Chris. You want to know what you did? You walked into that diner being over 5'9",
being tall and everything, scaring the locals.
Trust me, you wearing glasses does not de-escalate the situation.
In fact, like, that coon got night vision.
No, that. I was gonna say that. I was simply going to say that porch monkey thinks he's intellectual.
Check it out. This coon over here wants some waffles.
Well. It looks like Malcolm X, Neil deGrasse Tyson got one to steal us.
He want bacon with his waffles.
Well. Looks like the coon knows how to speak. Always
grits.
love it.
We don't sell grits.
Always love it when the racists always are flabbergasted by normal things that black people do. Like, well. Who told this nigger he could count? Like, they're always, it ain't a fancy way that a nigger ties his shoes. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
There's always something like they're fascinated. Like we anyway, I'm done.
I wanted to just bring up that after everything that his son was doing in the middle of the Rocky franchise's longest montage in franchise history, we get to see the kid do some training. And he grows to legit resent his own father, and I completely understand. Christmas time rolls around, and his kid is clearly not having it. I mean, let's think about it. You whooped the neighborhood bully's ass to get your freaking chinchilla back, and your father is about that much impressed.
That's being nice.
And then on top of that, you decide to go through your true character development by rocking the earring, that 1990. Yes, thank you. This.
Hey, first off, Sage, real talk, man. I know you look more like your mama in real life, but I'm gonna say this right now, Sage. You're not scaring a motherfucking thing, not a damn thing. Your shadow, we like, shut up. He ain't scared of that nigga.
So
what are you gonna do? Shut up.
So get this. After Rocky was
sweet. I'd be blind. The earring is a bit sweet.
Yeah, it is. Rocky tries to talk to him. First of all, his son dips out on him, goes in the basement first. It's like, what did I do wrong? Adrian tells him, hey, go talk to your son, please. Talk to your child. Interact with him. Do something.
Converse.
He goes in, he tries to talk. He really tries to convince him. He's like, look, kid, it was supposed to be me and you. We're like home team, home team, right? And oh God, Bobby is not having it. Bobby's response was very simply,
you don't mean that shit. You just running your mouth.
Yes, he was. Just ran. That's all that was, man.
And the Kavit, he gave Tommy Gunn his room.
No, yes, he gave him his room, but the real nail in the coffin, he was about to give him the Rocky Marciano cufflink.
He's a cufflink.
He's gonna give him this Christmas. It's like if 50 Cent could open his whole mouth when he converses. That's kind of what it sounded like. Because he's like, I was thinking about giving this to him. It's Christmas time.
Somebody said every day, anytime 50 Cent pisses them off, they just wish that he died from getting shot 9 times. And
what the hell, bro?
And I laugh because 50 Cent sometimes be doing some dickhole shit. And I'm like, so.
Okay, watch your back.
That's exactly how everybody is. When every time 50 Cent says something fucking stupid, it's like, they didn't put enough bullets in your ass, did they? 50?
They didn't put enough.
So
you caught one at point blank range, and that still did nothing.
So having the brief conversation with Satan was not enough.
It wasn't enough.
You just gotta go back. There's still things you got to hash out with a nigga, I guess.
I'm just saying, despite Rocky doing all that fumbling with his son, the fact that him and his son have the special episode, squashing conversation, because that's literally because him and Adrian have a very heartfelt thing, and it just feels the thing with him and his son just turns into just a very special episode way to tie it up the ending for that. And it's like, oh, that was quick. It just everything's cool.
No, like I said, first of all, this movie's only an hour and 44 minutes.
Thank God.
And
look.
And in that, hold on.
We like about this movie, but thank you, Chris. You just described how we all feel.
But in that hour and 44, in that
14 minutes too goddamn long. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. In that hour and 44 minutes, we saw full character development of Rocky's son.
Yes, we did.
If there was anything that this movie confidently gave us was actual character development for his son.
Hey, all right, you know what, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're doing. I'm ready for the chaos too.
No. But also,
I'm ready for this chaos. Go ahead.
You want to talk consistent characters? Shout out to Paulie. That dude was a drunken asshole from day one and never stopped.
Never stopped.
You know what, man?
I love that consistency. I love
gotta
it.
be honest with you.
He's the thief. I need alcohol.
Exactly.
I saw that when he said, "I need alcohol." I like, yo, Paulie, don't go back to Philly. If I was Rocky, don't go back to Philly, nigga.
Think about it. Paulie was living it up in Rocky's mansion, drinking top shelf liquor. Now he gotta go down to fucking Parmesan when you get back to Philly.
My man said.
My
man said that first of all, he had the nerve to tell Adrian, "You live in the world where the air don't move."
Damn. Yeah, Paulie be saying some fucked up shit. That's your bro. That's your bro, though, Adrian.
That's your brother.
I mean, if that was my mom, if that was my mom and my uncle said that shit, my mom would have popped my fucking uncle in his face immediately.
Let me put it this way.
The one time that you should have punched the shit out of your brother.
No,
and you didn't take it. A
proper throat punch would have been like bam.
Hey, Chris, you know this as well as I do. As siblings, you know this. Sometimes when your sibling says something vicious about you, like, "Ooh, I'm gonna let you get that one.
I'm gonna let you live."
Because it was like, "Ooh, that's me."
Hold on. What? Question, gentlemen. Speaking of Paulie,
you got one more thing to say, Paulie. I'm laying you out. You got the free one.
Speaking of Paulie, I gotta ask y'all. Can we even say that Paulie's even diet racist anymore? Because he was, in fact, rooting for Union Kane. During that fight, hold on. This guy hated Tommy so much that he wanted the black man to whoop his ass.
Look, that is what we like to call the lesser
convenience rate.
That's lesser two evils for a racist. It's like, I mean, the other dude's white, but fuck him. I want the mook over here to fucking beat him up. That kind of shit. So it is what it is. That's
and I'm just trying to make sure where he's from, just to make sure I get the team right. I'm just trying to make sure I get the team. Okay, cool. Okay, man. That's where he was? Okay, that's where he came out. Okay. All right, Eris. Eris, every now and then, David Duke rooted for the New Orleans Saints. So
but like D said, we
eventually a nigga's gonna get cheered on once.
we come to the main event, and look, there are movies to this day that have never matched the chaos that is the end of Rocky V.
All right, let me tell you something about
plenty of movies have tried. Oh, they have tried.
This movie has already been questionable in the editing process and everything else. This I understand. Real talk. Ghost of Roger Ebert. I understand why you walked out the movie theater. But for D, I would have clamped my ass in even more. This was so chaotic. It was beautiful.
This needs to be studied in schools.
Yes. I might do a breakdown of how insane.
Well, can I please be in that? Can I please be in that?
I gotta set up something to show you how insane this thing.
I want people to understand this because for a movie, because here's the thing: Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a bad guy, good guy. You know what the third act's going to be. Rocky got to overcome the bad guy. So when you get the Rocky 5, where the bad guy is CTE and old age, who's your third act villain in this movie? And then it's like all of a sudden the movie was like, all right, everybody's calling Tommy Gunn a paper tramp. Make him fight Tommy Gunn at the end.
The question. I'm sorry. One quick thing, Chris. First of all, it is CSP enforced retirement.
Yeah, CSP enforced
retirement. Not necessarily old age, forced retirement.
Either way, there's no clear bad guy in 5. So it's like the writers was like, we got to find a way to make Rocky fight somebody. Who can it be?
I did like that Duke basically flipped the script on Tommy and telling him, there's only one thing you got to do. You got to go to Balboa and you got to force him to fight. You got to fight. You got to challenge him.
Now, hold on.
How wild is this? Hold on. In the circumstances, like you just said, he gaslit this nigga to. At this point, I'm gonna be fair. Let's say the fight was at the Spectrum downtown Philly. All right.
Yeah.
At this point, it has to be at least 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Hey, yo, Rocky, Bishop.
No.
Stop it.
Come on, play.
Hey, what's going out there? Lila, what's going out there? You see Tommy right there. You're feeling what's up, Rocky? Yo, like this bar trash. You gym trash.
Footwork trash.
Me.
I want people to understand this. This is because here's the thing.
I'm from OKC, bitch.
I'm dope as fuck.
Riverside, motherfucker.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I know it has to be late. It's late night. We'll say midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, right?
One night hold on, Philadelphia.
On a Saturday.
1990.
On a Saturday night going into Sunday.
North
Philly. Still people out.
Crack era,
right? This movie decided, all right.
The energy is already here.
The
energy is here.
Rocky had his woosah moment, resolved everything with his kid, wife. He's at the corner bar. Paulie's drinking. He's enjoying his pinball. Everything's copacetic with Rocky, right? Everything's cool. Tommy Gunn's out there doing it. Now, because it's Black History Month, I told you this. Shout out to Duke for organizing this white-on-white crime. Shout out to him for that. All right.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to him for that.
Only in America where we can see two black men of this caliber, two white men of this caliber come inside the ring. Rocky Balboa versus Tommy Gunn in the middle of the streets. That's what they need to fight in the streets like two dogs, like two pugilists should.
Special request, D. You need to put that face on a screen cap of Duke and then Rocky and Tommy Gunn on both sides. Done. Anyways.
First of all, King Kijiji is pleased.
Yes.
First off, let's stop.
This is not King Kai.
Harris, thank you. I was about to put it out there. He's going by his real name, not the one that his American masters or whatever you want to call them gave him. King.
I want people to understand. Now, here's the thing.
I love you for that, Harris. Thank you.
Now, we talk about chaos, right? So Tommy's bringing Rocky out there. Now, to the movie's credit, this is the only credit I will give this movie. They slow roll the chaos. It starts off slow with him goading Rocky out there, and Rocky's trying to talk him down, like, "What are you doing, kid? I don't want to fight you, you know, blah, 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 blah." All of a sudden, Tommy throws the first, shoves him, and it's like, "Oh, so we're about to fight."
He shoves Paulie first.
Yeah, he shoves Paulie.
He punches. He
Yeah,
lays out Paulie in one hit.
Paulie was like, "I want the smoke. Fuck you.
No,
I hate you."
like this. You all a piece of trash. You know that, Tommy?
So
I like how
was
the
one other-
non-combatant drunk was enough for him to go, "Oh!"
What I liked was like Rocky's clearly getting called out by Tommy, and everybody in the bar sees Rocky making his way towards the door. Here come two of the biggest guys in the room. Hey, like, Balboa, everything good? Need help? Guys, relax. It ain't no pie eating contest outside.
So here's the thing. Now, the start of the fight, the music choice is not really inspiring. It's
Not at all.
Fuck you, it is.
Not yet. It hasn't hit that yet. It hasn't hit it yet, sir.
Yeah,
not yet.
Okay,
Not yet. The beginning. So they're going back and forth. They're fighting and stuff. Tommy's beating the shit out of this guy, and all of a sudden, Rocky gets flashbacks. Now, was it Virgil Meredith? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Burgess Meredith. Yeah.
Burgess Meredith.
Burgess Meredith.
Yes.
Penguin, nigga. It's the Penguin.
Yeah, Burgess Meredith. He actually, funny enough, did film new scenes as flashback for this movie.
Yes, he did. And that's actually the second best scene in the movie, and it actually comes very early in the movie where Rock walks into the gym and he has a flashback of Mickey, and
Which I think it was
really good scene.
It's a good scene, and I think it's supposed to be a reference to Rocky 2.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Now during the fight, as he's getting punched and his CSP is hitting him and stuff, he's getting flashbacks to Mickey yelling at him like, "What are you doing, Rock? You need to get out this guy one last time." Fucking Independence Day fucking flashbacks and shit.
And remember, I didn't hear nothing. Get up, you son of a bitch!
Because Mickey loves you.
First of all, I want to know who the hell decided to throw a random ass Phoenix down to help Rocky get back up.
But it's the remix of it. It was like all of a sudden you hear Rocky, "Hey Tommy,
one more round."
I was like, "Yo." Let me tell you, Snaps, Keep It Up is the best fucking song ever.
And the line that kept being swung around was "Go for it."
Bruh. The chaotic nature of this fight, Rocky doing MMA moves, sweeping Tommy off his feet, punching him from behind his fucking neck.
By the way,
that was a callback. That was a callback.
Hold on, not just any callback. Looking at the choreography of this, of the most chaotic fight in all of Rockydom, Terry Funk choreographed this fight.
Terry Funk choreographed it. Stallone himself said
choreographed parts of it, like between Stallone and Terry Funk. For example, the part where Tommy came running at him and Rocky did the freaking juke and tripped him up. That was Terry Funk. And the fact that they're doing whole ass wrestling moves, and we got a half a German suplex thrown into that fight. Terry Funk.
Vince McMahon is just sitting there jerking himself at home like, "Oh my God, this is great. This is good shit."
I want to tell you this. I think it's cool because now that you tell me that, I think it's real cool because I know a couple years earlier when they was doing Over the Top, "Hey Stallone, did you ever think about having wrestling moves inside of?" Now I seen Hulk Hogan in there. I saw Hulk Hogan in there. I did. but I think what you need to do is put some better wrestling in there. Real wrestling, sir. Yes.
Now I'm imagining Stallone as he's listening to this, and he just no, this is Stallone, not Rocky. Stallone response would be, so Terry, when your knee got smashed into obligatory, how'd that make you feel?
You got, first off, that was a good Terry. That was a good Terry Funk.
That was a good Terry Funk.
That was a great Terry Funk.
It's really easy to do Terry Funk because Terry Funk to me got CTE also. That's why he talks. And it's really easy to do.
That is an understatement on his CTE, man.
No. I don't know though. Terry ain't got CTE. He's long past that. And it's really easy to do Terry Funk because all you have to do is think of East Texas. Now, if you can have an East Texas accent, that's all you really need.
Okay.
And all you gotta do is think have an East Texas person. Now bring it down. Now slow it down just a little bit. Now bring a little whistle into how you talk. How? It ain't how.
Now, I feel I have to.
Not why. Why?
No, it really did turn to Def Jam Vendetta, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Now, Fight for New York.
Real talk, Chris. I understand because we had the last few episodes. You were not going to show us the video of it, were you?
He already had it ready. Get ready, folks. We're about to get shut down.
Don't worry. All right, we're good. Zoom this joke up. Blow it up, bro.
I have to rewind it because the transition.
Right there, that little jump right there. He had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
In 3 Black Geeks version, Rocky didn't make it. It's a very, very sad ending where everybody is at the Rocky statue. It's like very, very somber. Tommy Gunn arrested by the cops. Why? He was the bad guy. Of course.
I'm gonna say it. He lived a warrior, died a hero. Let his spark join the Matrix, the greatest of Cybertron.
Yo, finally, look, Rocky's in heaven. So, it looks like you're finally here. A little bit. No, hold on. And to show how cool it is. Yeah, it's still, it's him, all cut, all looking good. Like, yeah, up here, like, yeah, Mickey, I'm ready for my fight, man. Who am I fighting? You're fighting somebody good. And you see Carl right there. Come on, champ. I've been waiting on you.
Come on, Stallion.
Come on, Stallion. I've been waiting.
No, hold up. Why is the ring made of gold? It's a golden ring.
No. It's poetic. It's made of gold and white towels.
Good enough.
Wait a minute.
White towels.
Hold on. White towels. Wait a minute. Also, I was a Catholic. Apollo, you was Muslim. What are you doing here? Who said I was even here, Rocky? Wait a minute. I gotta go to hell. No. Hold on.
Kristen, wait, did you just go Sam Raimi on us?
Yes.
There's a time for praise and a time for get crazy made no place to work.
The credits. Yo. Think about it. Think about how. And look, all of us in the movie theater. No, think about everybody in the movie theater. Roger Ebert, who was walking out the movie theater at that point, was like,
3 out of 4.
Stallone did it. All right.
Nah, Roger Ebert walked.
Stallone did it. Wow.
No.
What do you give it? 1.5 stars.
No. Roger Ebert walking out of the theater.
What the hell was that?
Gene said, helps. Gene says,
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it!
He won't. I will say this. Rocky V was a movie.
Rocky V was an experience.
7-year-old me seeing Rocky V on cable.
Damn, I gotta say, this is the only time black man didn't hit the ground. Hey!
I'm with D, man. There is no film has
First
ever.
of all, why did the cops wait until after Tommy Gunn got his ass whooped to arrest him?
Here's my thing. D's right. Like this whole sequence needs to be studied in film school because there's no movies that have touched the chaos of this ever. Like, look, I know Friday tried to do that. That ain't shit. Fuck that. That's hood shit. That happens on an everyday basis. Like that's whatever. That happens all the time, you know. But like,
think about it, man. You're seeing a man out there with brain damage coming out to fight another man who is hours after his heavyweight championship fight, having to fight in the middle of the street with news cameras, and this is before the internet, and the whole hood showed up. The fuck is going on? What exactly is going on here? This whole scene is chaotic, bro.
Can you imagine, right? Right? Imagine, if you will, this scenario. Ayers, you'll laugh at this. Imagine this scenario here. Really Bo's picking his kid up from National Christian Academy. All of a sudden, Roy Jones Jr. comes out of nowhere. Riddick, I want you now. And they're fighting in the middle of Bach Road and Oxon Hill and shit. That's exactly what the fuck happened in this movie. Right in the middle of Broad Street, they're just fighting. And I'm like,
imagine if you will. Imagine if you will.
like,
Floyd Mayweather just won his fight. Hey, everybody's saying that it's good, but you ain't beat him like your dad did. Hey, I'm better than my dad. No, you're not better than your dad. Your dad fought real fighters. I fight real fighters. I'm a fool right now. And he pulls up to his dad's place. And he's like, hey, Dad, I'm trying to fight you right now. And you know how Floyd Senior was. Oh, son, I ain't trying to do all that, man. Boy, you ain't not. Like, no, you don't hear that. He's like, nah, Dad, you ain't better than me. See, that's your problem. You won't make me come out here and fight you. All right. And they actually have their fight. Real talk. Floyd Sr. will have it for at least a minute and a half. And Floyd Jr. is going to kill him. I mean, like, no, murder him. They need to stop the fight. Let's put it this way. The first few punches that Floyd Sr. throw, we were like, woo! Woo! Oh shit! Floyd got back up. Never mind.
That's a fist fight. That's a fist fight at the family reunion between your great uncle and your cousin and shit. Where it's
Floyd's uncle versus Floyd. That would have been a good one. I would like to see that. Floyd like, come on, nephew. Come on. Who taught you how to fight? Oh my God, that's what it would have been like. If Floyd fought his uncle, that would have been like.
There's something to be said about the level of restraint that like Rocky Balboa and the Creed movies did to avoid the chaos of Rocky V. I gotta give it up. There's restraint.
Number one, and this is like as much as I would throw my personal shade at Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. You got to look at how they made the first one. They made they planted it in a real story. They planted it, made everything as true to life as possible. And then somebody said, you do realize you're still in the Rocky world. So how can we make this shit look good? And I give it a, like I said, I give it a Ryan Coogler. When we get into Creed, which more than likely will be next year, but when we get into Creed, I thought it was fantastic how he did. Not so much in the second one, but the first one, you're not going to get no complaint out of
the second one. Was like, hey, you love Rocky IV? We're going to give you Rocky
like
IV.
Rocky
more Rocky IV.
Like Rocky IV, you like the Fast series? Well, guess what, Chris? We're talking to you, nobody else.
Hey, can you imagine fucking Ivan Drago in a drunken stupor in Russia is watching Rocky fight Tommy Gunn in the streets? Like, the fuck?
Boy, baby glad.
Drago will be pissed like, I lost to this.
Like, I get no. He's seriously looking at the TV, going, "I gave him CSP. How is he still standing?
I put your medic in the head. He should not be talking.
He should not be able to talk. I broke him.
With what we know,
I lost my fight, but I accomplished my mission. I broke him.
I am now they threw me Ukraine. I have nuclear poisoning. Oh yeah, Chernobyl cloud come over my village that day.
From Creed 2, what we know of Creed 2, he lost his wife. He got a kid. He got to raise his single dad. He's been in a drunken stupor the whole fucking time. I'm like, yo,
I gotta say though,
I know he had been looking at the TV, pissed seeing Rocky fighting Tommy Gunn and Philly in the streets.
now I know a lot. Now, so a bunch of y'all
Cold
saying,
ass day. 80 stuff.
so where do we find the podcast of Rocky 1 and 2 with y'all? No, we didn't do them, and I did it for a reason. The reason why is because I just wanted to get to the good ones. But more so is that the first two were the same, pretty much the same film.
That's probably why we're not going to do Death Wish 1. It's like it's too serious for its own good. It's like,
hey, come on, do you guys really want to hear the three of us talk about Rocky and his spectacular bout with Spider Rico?
No, I'm not, and look, and real talk, you forgot honestly, and you forgot what month it is and what month is always here on 3 Black Geeks. Do you really think I want to talk about Apollo Creed losing at his cracker twice? No, we're not doing that on here. Not on 3 Black Geeks.
Especially the second movie where Duke looking at Apollo like, you won, Apollo.
The second movie pisses me off so much.
Duke is telling him the whole time, hey, don't get the rematch. Go to somebody else.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. That Black Pride is a motherfucker. I'm just saying.
That it is.
It is, man.
That is a motherfucker.
But I would, like I said, I would give it up. I'm glad that
it's also very detrimental to your health. But
I like the fact that we're going through.
There it is.
Shut up, Ferris.
Hey, I like how this movie had to end with the most Philadelphia shit ever, running up the stairs.
Yes. Running up the stairs and them going to an art gallery, which is funny. It ends on that whole, I've been up here my entire life, but I never went through that door.
Gotta be honest with you, them rocky stairs ain't shit after running up them.
I seen it. I ain't doing it. Y'all have fun.
It's like I ain't doing it.
At the same time, I give myself about 3 years before my knees look at me and say, go fuck yourself, Chris. You ain't running up these stairs anymore. This is not happening.
Dog, I hate my children. They took my knees away from me, man. So it's already bad enough.
Don't you mean your third kid took your knees away from you?
No, but I think the second one did.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Your second
blaming the middle child like the middle one did that shit.
No, D, your second kid shows up like the Grim Reaper and just snatches your freaking knees away like Alucard. You just see the swirl of all your
sight.
The swirling sight, and no, what you just see swirling right in front of you is all the good shit you had in your 20s, and he just says, "This is mine."
I gotta be honest with you. This is why I appreciate black women when they get older. They sit there and be looking at the young chicks that can dip down low and be like, "I used to have knees like that.
Like I used to do that."
I hate. You know what I hate?
That's funny as shit to me. Like
I hate the black women who really didn't stay in shape. It's just that genetics kept them a certain weight for most of their 30s and 40s. Yeah. So when they can dip low, look at grandma. Everybody else like, shut up. That bitch ain't shit. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
She ain't had no kids. Don't even try.
Nah, see, and the only reason why that they would even be hating in the first place is because when they try to do that shit and they dip down low, they check engine like, come on.
Eris. So first off, see, Eris, let me tell y'all something. Eris is going to be one of them black men where, and this is just a warning, the older he get, the more vicious he's going to get against y'all. And I cannot protect y'all black women. I love y'all to death. But here's the thing. Y'all need...
Y'all be Batman, like I ain't kill you, I ain't save you either.
He's like this. Exactly. Be honest with y'all, black women. I take a bullet for y'all, but a couple of y'all need to catch these strays. Is all these saying.
I will literally put that whole caption. 3BG. The words from Mr. DJ Sue over here does not apply to 3BG as a whole. That is
that thing he was saying about all you pregnant bitches thinking that y'all need to hear this. Some of y'all, Markia need to
see, here's the funny thing.
I'm just saying it is not on me when you try to do that shit and your suspension just goes
but funny
like
thing,
that.
The funny thing is
it ain't my fault Ain't my fault. Your tie rods and your ankles.
The funny thing is, though, Sue will also be equal opportunity to black men as well. I've seen it. It's funny as shit when he does it.
Nah. Aaron's just talking about black men. Aaron's like me with black men. We just talk about dirty penises.
Hey, look, that is like
Nigga
X
out there,
Factor. That is level 3 X Factor right there. Like that. It's like that nigga don't wash his dick.
Real talk. D's not a part of this crowd. Real talk. D's not a part of this crowd, but D has to say this because
I don't have proof, but I know it.
He don't even wash his belly button. He don't even wash his dick.
I can't prove it, but I know.
I bet that thing hum.
Actually, hey, all of a sudden, like,
I bet it smells like all of his shirts.
Nah. You know how they sit there and say about how ashy niggas be saying fucked up shit. They do the whole close up to their mouth and it's all ashy and shit.
Yeah.
Sue's theory would be like, look at his ankles. If it's ashy, he don't wash his dick.
Nah. Me and Aaron's got something more simple. Or me and Aaron's have a certain arithmetic with ours. It's like, okay, how tall is he? What's his job? No, his real job. Mm-hmm. What's his car? Hyundai Elantra. His dick's small. We put Aaron, because here's the thing, Chris.
He don't wash his dick and he don't wipe. Ain't that a bitch?
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta understand. Much like with 3 Black Geeks criticism, this is one of the things that we do. We take everything into factor and all the rest of that shit. That's what me and Eric do. We look at everything. His shirt a little bit too clean. Too clean. He don't wash his ass. No, he don't. Speaking of which,
it is a distraction.
I'm not a part of it. I am not a part of this crowd, by the way. I'm not a part of this crowd, and even if I was, y'all wouldn't know it. But I've been hearing enough of this, and I have to say something. Dudes, if you want your ass ate out, wash it properly. Wash it properly. If you're looking for her to dig into it, you better dig in your own ass. A wet wipe will probably be the best thing for that, because tissue is just going to do the job, not right.
Also,
it will do the job.
Also,
but not right.
Also, me being the health conscious person that I am at times, niggas, drink water.
Drink water and don't eat. Water. Don't eat. No, I'm not serious. Drink water, but don't eat.
Now, D will also say this. If you want to be funny, it ain't hamburgers. It ain't salty food. It's Sprite.
McDonald's Sprite or Sprite from behind the counter?
It doesn't matter.
Sprite. What I heard from girls, they could taste Sprite. It is like not a good thing. Like,
does that mean you have
Sprite, nigga?
Doesn't that mean you have diabetes?
And don't think you're gonna get and don't think you're gonna get away with it by trying to swap that shit with Sierra Mist.
I remember Patrice O'Neal made that joke about how he peed on his wife or fiance or whatever. And she's like, your pee tastes like a birthday cake. You might want to go to a doctor. And I was like, God damn, like, yo. You might want to go. That's when he found out he had diabetes. I was like, God damn.
It's just not pee. Wow. Yeah, he did say that. I forgot he did say that. It's just not pee, but it's also cum. Yes. Yes, I heard. Yeah, they can taste it like, this nigga be eating greasy shit. You know what I mean? They could tell. Sprite is like, stop. You trying to be funny.
You know what? See, here's the thing, Darius. There are Rocky V is one of those things where that third act is what stands out in that movie, to where you have to like talk about the build up to that, because that, like, Rocky V really is the redheaded stepchild of the Rocky series. It is.
And much like, and we'll get to that series when it gets to Godfather, we're gonna talk. We'll talk about 3 and go into it, because you have to, and especially if we want to go on to Balboa and even further Creed, there is story in 5 that is vital for the rest of the series. So we had to go. We had to do 5.
Also, to Darius's point, think of this. The writer for the movie The Color of Money was tasked with writing a little short film called Bad. He had a very good lead up for an 18-minute film. He had like some really good points that was written in, and somewhere in the middle of that writing, he realized, oh damn, there's gonna be singing and dancing in this, and I gotta rope this in. This is what this was. There was no major bad guy. So, of course, student versus master. I swear this was like a last minute like flip, like, okay,
and even
let's do that.
Errors, I'm gonna go so far as saying that this was going to be a really good character piece. It was going to be dramatic. And let's just go with the fact that if they still had the master versus student fight at the end, you're damn right. Rocky would have to die.
Yeah.
That would be the only way that would make sense in a movie like that, especially if it was that heavy and all the rest of that. That would mean Rocky would have to die.
Had they kept the darker undertones that they were going with.
You know what? I kind of glad they didn't keep the dark tone, but a part of me kind of wish they did. Just a little.
But it's also when you think about it, see, this is the reason why having a studio tell Stallone no.
Yeah,
is the reason why we never got a sequel to Cobra.
But the thing of it is too, though, if you think about this, a lot of people say, "Oh man, Rocky V is when the franchise went to hell," and I was like, you know what? Good, because 1990. Once you hit the 90s. Let's say if Rocky V was a success, do you really think the studio would have greenlit Rocky 6 at this point?
Not in the 90s. No.
Not immediately
you
after
You gave it away. You gave it away. You said 90s. Now, even then, it would later in the 90s because we saw that with Halloween and and Jason and Freddy. Well, not so much Freddy, but Jason. So yeah, we say I would say a studio would have did it, but it would have been. This was under United Artists, John. I can only imagine it being on Dimensions in the 2000s.
Also,
in the late 90s.
Also, think of this, guys. This wasn't the only movie to come out of the 70s with a sequel that came so far along that it damn near tanked the entire franchise. The other, no, not even Death Wish. Another one, a respected franchise. Godfather.
That's what you mentioned with Godfather 3, because it was because Godfather 3 came out and it's like, well, this kind of
same year. Both of these movies came out in the same year.
Yeah.
I think and it also goes into, and this is the reason why, Chris, and I always say it with you, you got to see it. You get back kick from that when people see sequels of any movie. Because especially when it gets long in the tooth, especially when you get to like 5 or the 4th one, you're like, okay, what's your goddamn point? You know what I mean? So of course people are going to do that way, but it's going to be that way. You know what I mean? Just because, but I think Godfather shot itself in the foot. That was just way too long. I think with Rocky,
waited over a decade.
I think with Rocky, you could tell that was a combination of either Stallone trying to go back to something, the studio's trying to go back to something, or they really thought they could get money out of this, and they greatly misread everything. You know what I mean? So it could have been a combination of it. And I'm not going to say that, it was like, they was trying to be greedy with it, but it really felt that they could have made something big, and they just fucked it. They fucked it. You know what I mean?
Let me ask y'all this question. We got the time stone. Let's go ahead and activate it real quick. If we were to go back and we finish, like, we seen the I guess the reveals coming in for Rocky 4, and could we have gotten in Hollywood's ear and just said, hey, you know what? Stop it.
I don't think, what? I think that would have been
ended on a good note. It was at the height of the Cold War. You actually had the Russians on Rocky's side. You started to see the tides turning. This was a good send off, not just for Rocky, but for the end of the Cold War.
I agree, but you're forgetting something. You're forgetting one major thing. It ain't so much with anything else. It's Stallone, what were you doing at the time? And I say that for one good reason. See, next week,
besides Bridget Wilson, Brigitte.
Nah, there was something else he was doing. See, next week, ladies and gentlemen, on 3 Black Geeks, we're going back to one of our old episodes that we have to redo. We're doing Commando. You see, Stallone was in a battle with a man called Arnold Schwarzenegger.
With one Austrian.
So, him doing Rocky was You gonna get more money than you. I'm making more money. You know, that's what I do. I mean, like it was during that time where he was trying to get any role. It was him and Arnold were going back and forth with hits after hit. So that actually had something to do with it too, because Chris gave it away early in the episode. How much did he get paid for this movie again? Yeah,
I mean, think about it too.
Chunk of this had to do about that battle he was in with Stallone. I mean, with Arnold at the time.
But you think about it too. Stallone had Rocky V in 1990. Meanwhile, Schwarzenegger is big dick swinging with 2 movies and Total Recall and Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Those are 2 big ones too.
And then you turn around
this year too.
and then
turn around next year at Terminator 2.
Yeah, Terminator 2, the freaking juggernaut. Like at that point, carrying dick slams it on the table.
And you want to know the fun part, y'all?
For all of 91.
Here's the fun part. You gotta do something. I gotta do something. What was this script? It was stuff with my mama shoot.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, so I don't want to do this. I'll take it from. I'll do it.
That was
still
that was the greatest troll ever.
It took
Arnold trolled the shit out of Stallone.
It took Stallone to cliffhanger to get back on top again, because he did Oscar and Stop Where My Mom Would Shoot. 2 duds.
2 duds. Stop Where My Mom Would Shoot.
One of them. Hold on. One Stopping My Mom Would Shoot is a movie that Schwarzenegger had no intention of ever doing, because let's be real, I really do believe that unlike Stallone in this case, Schwarzenegger read that script.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He read that script. He said, fuck no, I'm not touching this.
We're not doing Stopping My Mom.
This will bankrupt me.
We're not going to do that movie, but I will agree with Brad.
I can't open Planet Hollywood with this.
No bullshit. Dog. If I go home and Maria sees this script sitting on a yo, it's so wild. Like I said, all of this shit is so wild to me, It's like he really had that nigga. He had that nigga jump for a script that he didn't even want.
This is Morbius before Morbius.
And the best part about that, like I said, we will never do Stopping My Mom Shoot. But the best part, I agree with Brad. There were like 2 scenes in that movie where it's like Estelle, Sly. I see it too. This is a good scene for you two to have a moment and make it special and make it feel real. There are 2 scenes where it's like, God damn it, stop, y'all. Stop. I forgot what Estelle Getty does, but she's like reminiscent. And it's like, oh, it's a real sweet scene, but it's like, Estelle, shut up. There are 19 minutes left in this movie.
Nothing is saving this.
And the only thing that I gotta be honest with you, the thing with Stopping My Mom Would Shoot was only the visual thing of, because it was a thing in the 90s. Old lady, big gun. Oh boy, what's she gonna do now with the big gun? That was the gimmick of it. It's like, oh, it's the chick from Golden Girls with a fucking Magnum.
Boy,
Damn.
but let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. You will never see a movie more cynical, more, oh my God, every actor in this movie wants to die than that movie. Yes,
included.
There is a lot of that movie. I agree with Cinema Snob again, where you can tell that Stallone knew he got fucked. Because somebody says like, so who is it? And you see Stallone has this look on his face. It's my mom. And when he said it, it was like, Arnold fucked me. Wow. Arnold really fucked me. You can just see the look on Stallone's face. Like, this nigga got me in this movie. Wow.
In Stallone's case, I would have said this. If I was Stallone, I would have said, I'm a director. I'm a writer. Why did I not look at the script? My God, what have I done? So, it is way too late for me to back out. I already took the money.
So anyway, next week,
Commander,
we're going to do much like if we said the third act was unhinged. Commando is one of the most unhinged action movies ever made.
It is unhinged top to bottom.
Woo!
About to see a man eat a Green Beret alive.
Also, shout out to Mr. Duke.
We're also going to see the shortest man. We're also going to see the shortest man in this movie get lied to.
Yeah.
I lied. Woo, woo, woo.
We're also going to see a big black man ain't going to kick you.
This Green Beret's
Green
gonna kick your big ass.
Time out.
Hey,
Time
We're
out.
going to see a porno get filmed in the background in the middle of a fight.
The best shit ever. My friend, he's dead tired.
My favorite one.
I'm sorry, folks. The vision of this man putting him in the corner and put the fucking hat on his head and just
You just saw elbow, neck snap,
I like the
hat.
It's like a my favorite one though.
Please don't make my friend. He's dead tired.
I like the fact that Arnold had a full ass K-1500. Said, all right, cool. He pushes that joke down the hill, hops and goes, okay. Oh, bam, caught his ass.
cowabunga in it.
I like how he totally misses them though when he tries to get him. Also, we get to see an Australian come on himself. It's an amazing movie. It really
Very
is.
amazing. Valverde.
Next week we go to Valverde.
See Dan.
Or are we? Because that doesn't.
It's a valid point to make here.
No, because think about it. He said, I want you to go down there. You said next week we're going there. And I said, or are we?
Are we?
Because it doesn't.
Apparently, all you gotta do is combat roll into the marsh.
Valverde. Y'all still in DC. Y'all niggas still in DC.
Fucking Dan Hedaya calls his contact to Valverde and be like, so did my man make it there? No. Apparently your man is still on the plane, he's still asleep. I see him in the window right there.
He said he's dead tired. Oh,
Look, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all next week for Commando. Peace out.
Later.